Bryza, former White House official and U.S. ambassador. Thanks so much for speaking to us. You know, as you heard from Courtney there, this process has become so profoundly partisan. You get the feeling that even if a serious offense were proven, lawmakers will still vote only according to their party allegiance. It makes you feel that U.S. democracy is broken.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me, Andrea. And yeah, you're right that this vote was along party lines. There were two Democrats who did vote against, but otherwise it was strictly along party lines. So I understand why there might be a pessimistic assessment on your part about the health of the U.S. democracy, but we can be patient for a little while because, as correspondent was just describing, there's going to be quite a set of hearings, public hearings now after this vote yesterday in the House. And the American people are going to get to hear the full record of what happened. And I think that you may end up seeing some Republicans turning against President Trump, of course, if the national mood moves accordingly. Now, the latest Washington Post poll shows that 49% of Americans favor impeachment and removal of President Trump, 47% do not. So things will change, I think, quite a bit once the public gets to hear this testimony.
Let me ask you this. I mean, as for the U.S. democracy, I'm looking at the much broader picture here now. If Trump were to be impeached or simply even lose the 2020 election, will U.S. politics be changed irrevocably from this presidency?
Well, that's the huge debate now among political scientists in the United States and observers. I mean, the question is President Trump a cause of the terrible partisanship and the split in the U.S. Population, the U.S. voters, or is he a symptom? And where I come down is I think he's more of a symptom. So I'm a bit more pessimistic. I think that we've broken down in our society, like in many societies, into our political tribes. And those tribal differences are reinforced by social media, which feed us just the information that we want to hear so that we're not really hearing the other side of the argument, and we have become so polarized. And I think President Trump is a product of that environment.
Okay. Matthew Bryza, we'll leave it there. Thanks as always so much for joining us. Greatly appreciate it.